to start off by first saying don't mind the fairway uniform in between a split shift, and I kind of got some time right now. So when I got this assignment about talking about a personal experience that has to relate and we're going to write our speech about, I thought, okay, let me think of something that really connects to the communications class. So me being someone who really works in customer service, I used to kind of help manage this bait shop slash restaurant that I mentioned before. And there was one instance that it was my first time really handling a hard customer, I guess, one who was really difficult to deal with. And I think it was all in all a really good push in the right direction, getting me to go into communications. At this bait shop, we used to rent out these trailers for people to stay at. And what had happened was I had this gentleman and his family rent out this trailer, and one of the family members came in to rent or pay off one of the trailers that they stayed in. And of course, all went well, great. The other family that stayed in the trailer right next to it thought that their other family member also paid for their trailer, which wasn't the case, and it wasn't miscommunication on my part. It was between them two. But it happens. And it was a pretty good sum of money, and I noticed towards the end of the weekend it was getting time for them to leave, and I was like, man, I don't want them to leave without making that payment. And all they had to do was make sure it was paid before they left. And so I made sure to give a nice friendly phone call before they left when it was nearing time, and I said, hey, this is Beth Vogelsong from Brownie's Bait and Tackle. I just want to give you a heads up and friendly reminder, so on, that this is your amount, don't forget, and I look forward to seeing you before you head out, kind of deal. To be really nice about it, and just a little reminder, because I know it can get really excited to go home. And I noticed that they weren't coming, and I was getting kind of nervous. I mean, that's a good sum of money, and I felt responsible to make sure that they got it turned in, even though, I mean, it's not my job to pay the bill, but even then, I felt me managing the place, I should make sure that they got that done. And it was getting close to time. They were supposed to be gone already, and I noticed that they were there farther than they were supposed to, but I wasn't going to push that, just the fact that as long as the bill got paid, whatever. And luckily, I'd actually had someone else at the store at the time with me. Normally, that wasn't something that happened. Normally, I was there by myself a lot of times. But I was training someone, so I had someone with me, and I said, hey, you mind running up to one of those trailers and talking to him and just ask him to stop by really quick before they head out so I can talk to him about the prices. And so she goes up there, wasn't gone for very long. She comes back and says, hey, they're gone. They had already left. Somehow they snuck by me and I didn't even see them between trying to run the place. And so then I was a little panicky. I was like, oh, shoot. But you can keep it cool. So I called my boss and said, hey, this happened, but I'm going to try to get a hold of him again. And so I did. I tried making a phone call. I was like, hey, I hope there wasn't any miscommunication. This week you might have forgot to make this payment before you left. No big deal. Let's just figure something out and make sure you get that done. This is the amount, blah, blah. Leave the address and the phone number for them to get a hold of me and my name. And the boss, because they weren't answering me at all, and I didn't want to pester them. I didn't want it to turn anything further than that, just a little voicemail, and I told the boss what happened. And the boss was good friends with the people, so it was a little strange that this had happened. And I got a phone call back from the customer with which I was completely cursed out and ranted on as a 17-year-old. And you can't do much besides smile and be like, I'm sorry, but this is what I have to do, and just so be patient and just understand that customer. And he ended up apologizing to me later on after we got it all figured out. And he realized he was talking to a very young female who wasn't even 18 yet at the time. But it's crazy to think about, even when you're doing everything you can, to see how that other end works. And so I think it's important in today's society, and I want to get into communications to get more of that relationship. So that's my personal experience.